security relations between Taiwan and the United States will not only be maintained, but be enhanced. In addition, the United States' role, particularly its security role in East Asia, will be made much easier.
我们行政院前院长谢长廷先生。
Thank you very much. I'm Frank Xie. I was chairman of DPP and premier of Taiwan, and now a senior fellow at Harvard. It's a rare chance that I sit in here and to listen to Ms. Ma's speech and respond as an audience, not as an adversary. So in regard with this, I should thank this university for bringing you and I out of the political battlefield in Taipei. And I have two comments. The number one is, you are a very powerful person in Taiwan. So I believe,
am I?
Every power, yes, you must have confidence. Every power implies a responsibility. So you, Mr. President, and I are responsible for political situation, messy situation in Taiwan, I think. But I don't want to argue on this point. The number two, in terms of the peace of the cross strait, we should not ignore the military threat that the Chinese missile hold over Taiwan. You didn't mention that. You and I belong to different political parties, but we both come from Taiwan. The concerns for the right and the peace of the Taiwanese people are the same, I think. But I hope our friends around the world have a misconception by thinking that the military threat imposed by China over Taiwan is justified. So Taiwan is not one to be blamed. It would be unfair and misleading to criticize Taiwan only. For me, the military threat is the main reason contributing to increase the tension of the cross strait. But in terms of how to reduce the tension of the cross strait, I have a suggestion. Maybe the top of priority is to build the consensus. And to build a consensus of time, if the leaders of both sides believe or regard the time is on their side, there is no urgent need to rush for a final answer on this issue. So I think we have to encourage the leaders of both sides to have more confidence, in future or in democratic development and economic development on their own sides. By doing that, I think we can build a consensus about times, and there is a possibility to have a peaceful coexistence between the two sides. That's my opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think he made a very good comment on my remarks. And I think we certainly do the planning, as I just described, with full understanding of the potential threat or the current threat of those missiles deployed against Taiwan. But precisely because this threat, we have to negotiate with the other side in order to reduce the threat. We can't just either sit idly or engage ourselves in arms race with the other side. In order, maybe that could lead to the all-out war between the two sides. I think the most important thing is there are quite a number of things that we could do to reduce the tension. For instance, if we are ready to negotiate with the other side on the conclusion of a peace accord, certainly we could request that they dismantle or remove some of the missiles before we start a negotiation. But for other issues, for instance, the cross-strait flights, the direct flights, I don't think I think we should separate the issue of the missiles from the flights. I remember the agreement on charter flight was reached when you were premier. So in other words, you allow the Taiwanese airline industry to negotiate with their counterpart on the Chinese mainland and reach an accord, which became a very successful charter flights, and everybody was happy about. And I think that's one of your accomplishments during your administration. So that experience should be repeated so that we could separate the issues. Some of the issues are not related to security. We could move ahead. Some issues are related not only to security, but also to sovereignty issue. Then we have to be very